There's a particular kind of person who never quite lets a wound close, not because it won't heal, because somewhere quietly they don't want it to. The friend who brings up the same betrayal from 3 years ago, every single time something good happens to someone else. The family member who can recite, in perfect detail, every way they've ever been wronged, but somehow forgets the apologies they were given. The person who, the moment a conversation isn't about their pain anymore, finds a way to bring it back. It's tempting to call this manipulation. Sometimes it is, but underneath it, almost always, is something sadder than manipulation. It's a person who learned a long time ago that being wronged was the only story about themselves anyone actually paid attention to. Think about a child who was mostly invisible, not abused necessarily, just overlooked. Good grades got a nod. Good behavior got nothing at all, because good behavior wasn't a problem that needed solving. But the day that child fell off a bike, or got bullied, or came home crying, suddenly there was attention, concern, a parent's full focus, even if just for a moment. That child's brain didn't reason this out consciously. It didn't need to. It simply noticed, the way a plant notices, which direction the light is coming from, and grew toward it. Pain got seen, everything else got ignored, so the nervous system quietly filed away a conclusion that would shape decades. Being hurt is the version of me that gets noticed. Here's the part that matters. This isn't the same as wanting to be hurt. Almost no one wants pain itself. What they want, desperately, is for someone to finally see it. And if the only currency that's ever bought attention is suffering, the mind starts spending in that currency long after it stops being necessary. Psychologically, this often gets tangled up with identity itself. If your worst moments are the only moments anyone responded to, your worst moments start to feel like the truest version of you. Healing, paradoxically, starts to feel like erasing the one story that ever made you matter. Sit with that for a second, because it reframes something that looks, from the outside, like self-pity. It isn't self-pity, it's self-preservation, aimed at the wrong target. You've probably watched this play out somewhere close to you. The coworker who turns every piece of feedback into evidence that everyone is against them, even when the feedback was gentle. The partner who, the instant you mention your own hard day, redirects within 30 seconds back to how much harder theirs was. The friend who tells the same old story about being left out of something, year after year, even after being invited to everything since. None of them are lying about the original wound. That part is usually real. What's not quite honest is the part that keeps the wound center stage long after the moment has passed, because center stage is the only place that ever felt like belonging. And here's the part most people get completely wrong about this. It isn't ego in the way people usually mean ego, wanting to be admired, wanting to win. It's a quieter, sadder version. It's wanting to be important enough to be hurt by, because if you can be hurt by something, that thing had to notice you first. Grievance becomes proof you existed to someone. That's not strength. It's not weakness either. Not really. It's a person standing in the wreckage of an old need, holding on to the last thing that ever made them feel real, even though it's the very thing now keeping them stuck. This doesn't make the behavior easy to be around. It can be exhausting, even corrosive, for the people stuck listening to the same grievance on repeat. That's true, and it's allowed to be frustrating. But underneath the frustration, if you look closely, there's usually just someone terrified that without the wound, they'd disappear completely. If this is you, the way out isn't forcing yourself to stop talking about what hurt you. It's slowly building proof for yourself that you're worth attention, even on the ordinary days, the boring ones, the fine ones, the days nothing went wrong and nothing needs defending. That proof doesn't arrive all at once. It arrives in small moments where someone notices you without a crisis attached, and you let yourself actually receive it instead of needing to earn it first. You were never just the worst thing that happened to you. You only believed that because it was the only chapter anyone ever stayed long enough to read.